Can you smell what Relentless Trader is cooking? Yes, yes, yes. At long last. At long last, we are back. We are back and we're feeling good. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another live session. All right, all right. Let's see what's moving. Let's see what's not. I do have a watch list here that I'll write up. There's XTIA leading the way. This one is up 135%. We also have ASNS. Actually, that one is leading the way, up 700%. There's MITQ up 80%. Talk about a hot market and some hot stocks. And then there's MFI. There are others. There's some cheaper stocks as well. But I think I'm going to watch these four. And if something else that's off the list starts to move, I am going to be willing to rotate and see, wherever the action is, that's where I want to be. So looking forward to another beautiful day. We got John B in the building on the YouTube stream. For those of you guys tuning in on YouTube, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Be sure to hit that thumbs up. Remember to check out the disclaimer, all right? Remember that day trading is risky business. And you got to take it slow. Use risk money, use simulators, do whatever is necessary to ensure that your risk is limited, all right, as you're starting out. Day trading is risky business. All right, with that being said, XTIA, I'm going to jump straight into this one, and then I'm going to go from there. Let's clear the drawing set, and let's get some trend lines going. XTIA, pre-market high right now is currently at 310. Doesn't seem too bad for now. Hopefully we can continue, but we do have a bit of a topping wick on the 5-minute candle, on the 5-minute chart, which could pose a bit of a problem. 288 to 200 EMA, 288. This is a level that I want to keep an eye out on the daily chart, 288. So the low of the pullback has been 210. If we can continue to hold up that area, that'll be good. Other than that, looking at the daily chart, there's two levels that I'm interested in. 508, which is the high point of April 3rd. High of this range after we started pushing up. For those of you guys checking out the daily chart, April 2nd as well, high volume day, 428 for those highs. And then 639 going back to March 13th. Perhaps I'll put 428 as well, just in case. Put 428 up here. But yeah, I think we can see a push to those levels if this is strong and continues into the open. XTIA not looking too bad. 142% move, 9 million shares of volume. Can we see a continued push into the open? And I think I'm gonna watch very closely, especially if we can start pushing over 250, right above the VWAP area. I'm gonna put this trend line in yellow. This is gonna be a target zone for me if this thing pushes up nicely. So other than that, let's switch over to ASNS. ASNS, how are we doing? This one we have traded before. We do have some daily levels here. Okay, let's see. So pre-market high is at 639, but that was like a quick topping wick. That's the alarm for screen recording. Guys, make sure your screen recordings are turned on. This way we can go back and study. This is, of course, mandatory for MMU students. The broader YouTube community, we still, of course, recommend, recording your screens. That way you can rewatch, study up. ASNS, we got 639 for the pre-market high, but we really had resistance around 544, which when I traded this one in the past, it seems like that's where the 200 EMA was. So I'm going to actually keep that trend line right up there. It seems like it's going to be of use. Low of the pullback around 320. So another target zone for me would be if this one here is pushing over about 450, 460 area. I'd want to look to get involved. I'd want to get involved, and I might be, I could and might be involved before that, depending on the price action, especially if we see a dip and then it curls up immediately, something like that. But you know, definitely around 460. If I'm not already in, I'd want to be in if this thing is moving up nicely. ASNS on the daily chart, we have two levels going back to May 2nd and May 4th. We had 958 and 1126. ASNS 958 and 1126. If we can be as strong to even get close to 9, that would be a good move in itself. So, you know, we'll see how this one does. It's looking decent. Hopefully we can push to the upside. But it's already up 700%. Again, you know, similar to the stock yesterday. There's, you know, can it continue up like this? Of course. But sometimes the percentage is a little lower. So maybe it consolidates first, pullbacks first, and maybe it's a move a little later. But hey, we're going to be reactive. Anything that happens, if it's strong right away, we want to be on it. MITQ. MITQ, on the other hand, is up 75%. 23 million shares of volume. Pre-market high has been 164. And we've seen the pullback down here around 122. So it gives us a bit of a range. On the daily chart, I do have 174 as a key level. As well as, let's see, I had 215, but let's see here. Wondering if it's relevant. It goes back to a bit of a ridge back in February, but not super obvious. We did have some volume on that day. Okay, you know, if it's strong, can we get over 2? I mean, that could be a good target. Break of 2. And then from there, I could take it in 25-cent increments. This one is coming from Pennyland, so those halt levels might be tight. Other than this one, there's MFI, which 363 for the pre-market high. Lows of the pullback has been around 206. 200 EMA on the daily, 963. Highs are at 1449. And there's a 2-minute warning. High level on the daily chart going back to April 23rd. We had 1449. Higher wick candle and move down for the gap down around April 26th. We had 1250 for the high and 170 for the low. That was a big red candle. All right, there's four that I'm pretty interested in. We'll see which one is the one, and then, you know, I'll look to attack it. You know, yesterday I wasn't as aggressive as I would have liked to be, you know, after missing that first move. So it is going to be key to have a quick rotation, keep an eye on everything, try to be there early. That way we can put ourselves in a good position to be aggressive throughout the day, because I like to have the gradual approach. So we'll see how it goes. Looking forward to the opportunities. Looking forward to being disciplined. It's going to be another beautiful day. And I'm looking forward to having some fun. Looking forward. Guys, be sure to hit the thumbs up. Hit that thumbs up. And of course, if you're a new viewer, consider subscribing to the channel. We already have over 400 people tuning in. Guys, hit that thumbs up. We got 30 plus seconds to the opening bell. All right. Let's see what we get today. Will we see a proper opportunity early on one of these stocks? 5 seconds to the open. Let's trade to the best of our abilities. ASNS potentially halting down. XTIA having some trouble. Everything a little red. Let me see how this other one is doing. MFI. None of them are really starting off green initially. So waiting. So watching for the 1 minute candle to make the new high on a red to green on one of them. Right now, just trying to determine the strong stock. Resumption for ASNS is going to be at 35.34. Everything having some trouble early, which means, it's a time to just relax, wait patiently, not size up aggressively just yet. MFI coming down a bit. Resumption on ASNS is 35.34. So we got about a minute and some change. Right now we're flat. We're just waiting. $35.34. Couple seconds for ASNS. If there's a bounce opportunity, it could be worth it. I'm gonna watch it. Here we go, a couple seconds. GWAV. I gotta check that one out. GWAV. GWAV, we'll see how it does. My monitor going dark is not good. Oh, there's a flush, 480. And GameStop seems to be moving a little bit. ASNS, let's just do a quick look through. ASNS is 10-minute halt. GWAV, just a couple dollars on that one. MFI, not much. We gotta survive the bloodbath. MITQ is the one, maybe. MITQ. Perhaps this is the one. Come on, halt up. The other one is 10 minutes. Halt it down. This is a risky business, but you know, I'm willing to give it a shot. MITQ into the halt. A risky business, but small size. Let's see how it does. I'd look for this to resume higher and then continue. ASNS is halted down, and there is about less than a minute. What was that? 40 and 34 seconds. We got about a minute to resumption. I don't usually do this, but I do think I've been saying this in like some of the recaps recently. We'll see if we get some higher resumptions here over these next couple of weeks. If not, I wouldn't be trying this. Small size though, small size, not aggressive size for me. ASNS watching the resumption here in the next minute. We're halted at 352. It's showing a $3 resumption. I don't know if we're gonna really see that, but if we do, I think there could be a dip. What is the low? 52. Okay. XTIA really selling off. Anyhow, here we go. Resumption's coming up. Couple seconds. ASNS. Four seconds. Here we go. I didn't get the ass fill at 20. That was a good trade though. The halt levels are kind of tight. This one I think did come from Pennyland as well. That was a good trade. That was a good trade. It's halting up at 25. And I got a high fill. Well, that's not a good trade. I thought I got in. That'll be good to watch back. I mean, the spread must have been crazy. Because I saw 06 on the bid as I was getting in. That's cool. Waiting on the other one. I tried to sell on the ask at 20, but the moment I put the order out, the ask teleports down to 13. But the fill was awful. Good trade idea nevertheless. Moving on. This other one, 43.54. 43.54. It's showing sideways, which is not great. I would have loved to see it showing higher. Time. Rotation. Anything else looking good? MFI. Gotta be quick with the rotation on days like this. NVVE. 43. The resumption is coming up soon. So NVVE halting up at the pre-market highs. MFI grinding higher, slowly pushing higher here. $43.54. So we got less than a minute to that resumption as well. MFI, what will it be on that one? NVVE halted up. MITQ resumption is coming up here in about a couple seconds. It's sideways. The halt up is at 52. I'm seeing lag in my order. I'm going to come back down. Really? I thought that would have been a good dip. I'm going to give back 100 something bucks. 22, but it's reversing all the way. Maybe a little too many attempts after 33 didn't hold. MLGO. MLGO is halting up at 871. MLGO. Ay, ay, ay. MLGO halted up. We got NVVE coming up. This one is halted up at the pre-market highs. $48.17. $48.17. Guys, be sure to hit the thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. Like, subscribe. We do appreciate it. It does help out the channel. Right now, we're kind of flat on the day. Still trying to really find the momentum. Just a bit of churn here so far. MLGO could be good, but we'll see how that does as well. That one will be at 50 and 40 seconds. NVVE 48 and 17 seconds. So it's coming up here. We're at the pre-market highs. Daily chart looks like it has a little bit of room. XTIA sold off. SYTA not much. MLGO, MITQ, MFI. MFI, is fighting. GWAV, ASNS, NVVE. $48 and 17 seconds. So what that means, we have about 17 seconds to resumption. Once again, no fear, no hesitation. If I can see a nice sweet entry here for the dip and rip. We're at 116, 7 seconds to go on my side. Here we go. Somehow took a loss there, but okay. These fills are getting me, brother. I'm late. Yeah. So this one's a little sporadic. How the breakouts will happen, but very decent, not bad overall. Halt up is at 42. We might get halted up. What we don't want to see if it dips, it reject. We need to hold up our pullback. There's 42. Perhaps it gets halted up. Switching over to MLGO. Again, not really getting to connect properly. $50 and 40 seconds. 50 and 40 seconds. Resumption for MITQ lower. Resumption halted down. It's going to be at 50.24. So there's a couple seconds to that one as well. But I'm choosing to watch MLGO. See how this one does. Here we go for MITQ. Is there a bounce opportunity? Okay, watching MLGO. We got 5 seconds MLGO. Here we go. We're at 871. Ooh, brother. That was a good sell. Let me see my fills, because that was a good sell. And getting murdered with these fills every time. This is 4 times in a row on the ask. On a resumption trade. 4 for 4, brother. High fill. They're not sparing us with any price improvements, that's for sure. It's halting down. Weaker, no good. Switching back to NVVE. I sold quickly because I'm like, you know, the green, there was some green, but still some reds. Like, I'm not going to give it a chance to blaze me. Thought I had a flat trade. But I guess 200 bucks is still a flat trade, right, these days. So NVVE. NVVE. What is it going to be? No, it's the stream is not muted. Should be good. 40. What's this going to be? 54 and 30 seconds. We're still flat on the day here. Despite numerous trades, we are still flat on the day. So I got to be careful not push too aggressively. I think I'm going to come down to 2500 NVVE, not be overly aggressive, as we're not seeing a lot of consistency. $54. Let's see a quick rotation. ASNS, GWAV, MFI. MFI might end up being something later, maybe a few minutes. MITQ, MLGO, no good, no good. SYTA. This one's back up a little bit. XTIA. High of day was at 7. Resumption, 54 and 30 seconds. Less than 30 seconds to NVVE. We're halted up at 142. I gotta be careful with the higher fills. Ten seconds on my side. 142. Here we go. That was pretty low, and it was close to the halt level down. That resumption. 43 for the halt up. Can we hold up if it dips? That's going to be the key. If not, that was an awful fill, man. I bought 39. Come on. If not, the hive day again. Right up. And holding into halts, you got to be careful too, because again, we could see some lower resumptions, and we could also see false halts. $54 for the halt level. 54 could be a good place if we can get locked in. NVVE is trying to get halted here. We'll see. We're seeing a lot of false halts still. Nothing else. Looking good in the moment. SYTA, big drop off there. So we'll see how the resumption goes again in the next 5 minutes. 52, 40, no, 02, 02, 22. 02, 22. We're almost at the hour, so 02, 22. Waiting patiently. The momentum today is very scattered. Unlike yesterday where we had like one main stock, today we're seeing a lot of opportunities spread out. And VVE taking off right now, up 184%. SYTA, we're going to get a small bounce down there. XTIA, this one really had a hard time. Christmas tree setup. Sinking like the Titanic. And VVE halted up again. What will it be? We saw a lower resumption just now. Will we see a higher resumption this time? Oh, 0222. 0222. Guys, don't forget to hit that thumbs up if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. We do appreciate it. Right now we have Over 630 people watching on, but only 94 likes. So be sure to hit that thumbs up. 600 people is a lot of people, man. So shout out to all the Relentless traders out there tuning in from all over the world. We got people in all 50 states. We got people in all the hemispheres. We got people in Hawaii where it's, 2, 3 a.m. watching on, trading, 4 a.m. Let's lock in. Let's see how this thing continues to do. NVVE. It could continue to be strong, but I want to keep my guard up here. I don't want to be overly aggressive, taking too many trades if we're not seeing instant follow through. NVVE. Less than half a minute. We're at 161. There we go. Now it's brutal. And no false halt. It's not looking like it. Straight down. It's locked in. Wow. Man. I'm interested, if it gaps lower, I'm interested in the dip, of course. Which is showing like it's gapping down at like, it's coming up 17, 20, 25, maybe 25, 27. Oh my gosh, these stocks. So after all this stuff, we're still basically flat on the day. XTIA did not hold up. SYTA no good. NVVE struggling. MLGO surprisingly curled back up and looks like it's halted back up again. I mean, I don't know what to think about this one. Strange. The thing is that it's not the center of attention like how it was yesterday. If this resumption is good and it gets over this high, then maybe I could watch it, but I'm a little skeptical. Maybe I watch it with smaller size. Not too sure. I don't really trust it. Oh 0723 for that resumption. 0738 for NVVE. MLGO and NVVE. Resumptions are in proximity time-wise. No sub $1 stocks looking good. NVVE. MLGO. We got about 2 minutes. GameStop has been hitting the scans. Some people might be interested in that one, but I'm not looking at it. About a minute for MLGO. I'm gonna watch MLGO just to see if it's any good, and then I'll switch right over to NVVE. But NVVE I prefer if we can see a gap lower. 10 seconds, MLGO. There was a small bid. Can we get a dip? No dip. We're not going to get the breakout either. There's a bid at 23. False order, because it's going to come right down. Yeah, MLGO is kind of tough. Switching over NVVE. Break of 45 is going to give us a decent push. The halt is at 53. I actually got a reasonable fill there, which is good. MLGO also back up. That one is choppy though, man. I'm gonna leave it alone. Mm. Halt downs at 27. There it is. No luck on MLGO for me. Down 300 on that one. It's sold off down to 830 to a halt down. False halt down, or at least close to the level, and then back up. The 5-minute chart does not look too good. It might not even bounce here. Risky business. You might not see the strong stock today till like 11:30. So I'm just gonna sit back, relax, wait. Way too many losses here, man. Yeah, today is a choppy day so far. Choppy day, choppy day. NVVE, that's gonna be at 14 and 32 seconds. I might stream today, though I don't think I have to I don't think I have to leave out today at any time. So I think I'm gonna stream till 12. I just gotta remember to stop the recording, start a new one so it's not too long. Because when the file size is big, it takes forever to finish like compressing. AMC, KOSS. NVVE, 14 and 32 seconds. We got less than a minute, assuming it's a 5-minute halt. It's at 127. We'll see if it gives anything. Perhaps not worth the breakout there. Over 30. It would go eventually. So mid to low 20s would have been better there. Still has some life. These breakouts are not the best. It might get halted up again though. $49 for the halt up. $62. Right here is where we would need a higher resumption. $53 for the halt up. 53. Bills are just not what you would want on these trades. But, it's a little early. I'll wait a sec. The ad was early. It was late. 47, 48, 55 to halt up. Can we get through 50? There's another hidden seller. Well, a hidden seller. We should break, hopefully. Good. If there's any shorts, oh, it's false halt. I want to see it get locked in. That way, shorts who might have been in, if they're still in, can get squeezed. False halt again. I really want to see it get locked in up here. Go back over 50, really. We got to get halted up right here. Come on. It needs to get locked in. Needs to get locked in at 67. 67 to halt up. The halt's now 69. That bit is. I think I'm gonna leave it alone here for now. Let it try to get halt up. 71. Hopefully this is it. This can give us a good refresh. False halt. It's trying again. We got a lot of bids this time. Let's see. Come on. False halt again. 73. Now the level. False halt again. I don't like to take trades in these areas, man. There's some small dips, but risky business. 75 for the halt up now. 75. Show me some more green quicker, man. Can I see something? It might come down here. We'll see. All right, I think I'm playing with fire. I'm gonna wait. Wait, it's lingering here around 60, making me think maybe it does want to retest the halt level, but we are super extended. Can't get tunnel vision on just the level 2. Because this thing could easily come down to 45. The moment I run out of mental capital, it gives the move I thought might have happened. Red 73 for the high of day, 78 for the halt up. Show me 66. Bills are miserable. Scratch trades. This has not been a great day by any means. I'm still flat on the day after all this trading. So maybe this is a sign to just, ease off and walk away, to be honest. Come back later. Preserve some trades for something else that might come, 12 p.m. Let's see how the community is doing. I'm gonna run a quick poll. I'll be back in a sec. I'm muted. Holy smokes. Me being muted is another meme here. It's showing 37. I think MLGO is showing 37 resumption. GK appreciated, brother. NDRA. The pre-market height is at 25.14. That would be a good move if it's to go up some more, but 20, 2010, 2020, 2030. I don't know the range on this one. I'm not impressed, at least not yet. '63 ASNS, lighter volume, moving up. Good old day trading, I tell you. Good old day trading. What would we do without day trading to start the day? think this NVVE might have some life left in it, but we'll see. It needs to get over 50 though. Where are we? Scratch day. I want to go till 12, so I kind of just will, hang out, wait for something. Sab, this is a good question to ask Triad actually. Triad, I'm gonna ask him. Triad knows this stuff pretty well. I actually thought there was a different science behind the halt bands and when they widen. ASNS going crazy. All halts. I guess at what price? You really would have thought Tesla would have been over 200 by now, but we'll see. Meta 487. Netflix. Netflix wanted to come back to the centuries as well. Good bounce for NVVE down there at 35. Will it go all the way here? It's a little choppy. That was a pretty massive bounce. It didn't go all the way to the halt, but I mean, got to 53. NVVE. But it looks like it's rejecting. Perhaps short sellers are in control. The 5-minute candle has a minute and 10 seconds. We'll see if it stays alive. 20 seconds for the candle to close. Triad the man. Right now, what I want to see is something fresh, a different stock than, something that's been already been pushing here. Something fresh, something new that's moving up nicely. Felipe adding to it as well, thanks. These stuff will change over time too, compared to what I saw back in the days. They're always updating things and making small changes over the years. Well, AS&S I thought it was a little lighter volume. This one has a ton of volume, 41 million. All halts, halting left and right. Not seeing a ton, not seeing a ton at all. By the way, guys, the monthly recap, to be honest, I really should have put it out on Sunday. The rest of this week, I was a little busy, but today for sure, the monthly recap's gonna be out. The weekend I spent doing some other projects, man. This stuff was taxing and demanding. Working yourself to exhaustion. It's crazy. Blisters. NVVE seems to be on the backside. Dan. Dan. Why didn't this message show up? Why didn't this message show up here? Message requests. Oh, okay, I think I see. All right, I'm gonna take care of you guys right after the live stream. For those of you who are looking to gain access to the chat, I'm not sure why it wasn't showing these messages. So the friend requests are here. Yesterday I had an icon, but like it wasn't showing anything. Like a message icon or notification, let's say a notification. NVVE. Perhaps it's not over yet. Perhaps we still have some fight left. I'm honestly falling asleep though. I need something aggressive, something strong to move here. We need a hot stock to wake us up from this slumber. And that's how short my memory is. Take care of... I already forgot what I was doing. Which is also why I don't respond to messages during the stream. It's a little tricky. FSI. ASNS is kind of moving, but I'm letting that one do its thing. This one is lighter volume. For those of you watching on the YouTube stream, for anybody out there who might be interested in learning how to trade, feel free to check out Merciless Markets if you're interested. That's the day trading course / service that we have here in the community. Merciless Markets. If you ask me, it's the #1 service that's out there when it comes to learning how to hyper scalp and trade. Our style is very aggressive, but it's also effective, right? Now, with that being said, trading is not guaranteed and the risk is real. So you do have to pace yourself, especially for those of you who are becoming students. The key is to go slow first, right? Slowest is the fastest way, meaning smaller size, risk money, practicing using the simulators. That way, our tuition to the market as we go through the learning curve is very low. There's no need to come in with big size, guns a-blazing, and then you're losing a ton of money. You got to really remember and think logically, right, that nobody's going to be an expert right away in any field, profession, career, industry that they go into. So it's best to take it slow and learn, and then as you become more experienced and competent, to become more aggressive. So, and you'll have myself, Marcelo, the rest of the team here to help you, throughout the journey, right? Guys like Tim and Tom, who are also here every day trading and engaging with the students. So check it out, right? In terms of what's included in your membership, there's of course the 0 to Advanced course itself, which you guys can take a look at the curriculum on the website. From 0 to Advanced, right? From beginner friendly to intermediate to advanced when it comes to this style of trade. We do cover level 2, of course. It's all included in there. And on top of that, we do offer one-on-one mentorships, low latency streams via our Discord, which is our chat room service, right? You'll have free access to the chat room throughout the subscription of your duration. You'll have the live trading archives each and every day, right? We always upload the archives so you guys can rewatch how we trade. And you might say, hey, Relentless, I'm watching you trade on YouTube right now. Why would I, in the world, would I want to see anything else? Well, this is what the archive looks like. Is this screen right here with the level 2 and the price action and the tape and everything included. Raw footage. So when I upload this, because this screen is being recorded, when I upload this screen here, there's nothing like, some people out there, they don't show everything. There's people out there who don't show everything. When I upload this screen, it is impossible for me to hide anything. Every and anything that I see on the level 2 and tape is being recorded here. So people can go back and watch frame by frame, myself, Marcelo, Tim, and Triad, frame by frame, where we're buying. And it's this thing where there's the reason why we're seeing so many profitable students. It's not by luck. It's because people are going back and they're watching this stuff, and it's like, okay, it's making sense. He's buying here because of this, So this is included. A lot of people really love this aspect, right? Yeah, so you guys can check it out, right? There's the archives, there's the one-on-one sessions where we will set up a video or audio call. It can be either 30 minutes or 1 hour. And as a student, you'll have essentially an unlimited amount of one-on-one mentorships. And the way how they go down, right? We'll set up an audio video call, 30 minutes or an hour. and we could go through everything, share our screens, talk about metrics, psychology, review trades, entries, exits, cutting losses, all that good stuff. As ASNS is pushing up again here slightly, all that good stuff, right? So in terms of frequency, usually, a student will reach out. Let's say they reach out today. They'll take the information and apply it, and then maybe come back a week or two later, or sometimes 3 weeks later, if they have more questions on either a new obstacle or something similar, and so forth, right? So that's usually how it goes. A lot of the time, students are coming back with different questions. We'll do weekly Q&As as well every Sunday. That way we're staying engaged with the market, reviewing, preparing, and being ready for the Monday session every time. So check us out. Check us out and do not delay. All right. Coupon code Miami is here for 40% off. And this is in honor of the next day trading team house meetup, where we're going to be in a huge resort trading together. At least maybe this time 15 of us. So if you're interested in potentially gaining a chance to win a free trip, the deadline is on June 7th. All right. This is where we're going to spin the wheel and we're going to determine a winner, right? So far, we've had William and Jorge, two great students, and just great people, really. And they had a good time. Vegas and New York. So this time we're doing Miami. We've done New Jersey before, but you can say New York, New York, New Jersey, and we've also done California. So we're probably gonna revisit some states. We're gonna go to different states. We're gonna go abroad. This trip honestly was going to be abroad, and then we kind of changed it. Maybe the next one we go over to Europe, right? Maybe we go to London and we have a good time over there. And we can go anywhere. At this point, it doesn't matter where. What we can do, to be honest, is spin a wheel with all the countries and then see see where we end up. But yeah, coupon code Miami for 40% off. That would be pretty cool, right? Like, Brazil, all these countries. Greece would be nice, but I don't know what time the market opens over here. We all always have to think about the internet connection and latency and stuff like that, but ASNS. Seems like this is the only one moving. I'm not trading it because, despite it giving this red to green, I just think there's a lot of risk. This one, I honestly think is a little too risky for me. Some of the other guys, they might love it. They might, be in there with some size, but I'll sit this one out. You guys know me. I'm a little more conservative. Taking it easy, waiting for something else. Trading is not guaranteed, but if we can give ourselves a chance. When it comes down to being an entrepreneur, that's one of the main things, because no field out there is really guaranteed, right? Every field, every industry, there's a learning curve. There's a learning curve, and the key is finding somebody who is transparent, who can, help guide you. Even then, it's difficult. The road is never easy. But, if there's a chance that we can improve and potentially get to the other side, you know, we got to give ourselves a shot. We got to give ourselves a shot. So waiting patiently. I'm gonna cut the recording and start another one for the. This way it's not super long. 145. ASNS again. It's giving some opportunities. Definitely giving some opportunities. High of day right there was at 50. Was that 82? No, 82. We're at 55. So maybe it continues to climb. I'm not going to get involved in this one though. Most of the other traders are probably, taking it easy. Some traders are probably watching ASNS, as that's the only thing really moving with some volume. Let's see how many likes. How many likes did we ended up getting today? 174. Not too bad. If you're now tuning in, or if you haven't already, be sure to hit that thumbs up. For me today, small green. It's been a pretty choppy day. I'm only up 250. 500 bucks on NVVE. What we gave back on MLGO. MLGO, I tell you. It's so interesting, man. If yesterday, I wonder if I catch the first move, how different the day looks. Because for sure, I'd be ultra aggressive. I was a little skeptical of going in too heavy and then it already being on the backside, right? Because that resumption went crazy, man. Like $2 a share after the open. It's like missing the initial red to green and then not being able to get a good entry on that resumption trade. It's like, like playing defense up until, I mean, the last 2 minutes of the game. Sometimes trading for me, it seems so much like a game. It's strange how I like the comparisons. It's either a video game or some sort of military analogy that I'll have, or maybe it's a military game, right? But anyhows, the last 2 minutes of the game yesterday, you know, I get a little too excited after some nice trades, sized up, and get obliterated in two trades, two click of the buy button, 900 and 700 bucks gone to the wind in 3 seconds total, in 4 seconds total between those two trades. The risk is as real as ever. So yeah, after the stream, I pushed myself up from 1200 to 2K, and then finished the day up 400 bucks in the last minute. Gut punched. It's like, if it'd be interesting if there's like, how these huge sports teams will have, stats and clips from every single play, that they can rewind and pull up, things like that. It'd be interesting to see my reaction every single time that those type of losses happen to me. I remember there was one where I bought a dip and it's like instant 1600. There's been a few of them. Sometimes I had size, other times small size, but the drop was so big to where it was still a big loss. ASNS resumption at 15 and 25 seconds. 15 and 25 seconds. Let me check the Discord here. Beam locking in a nice day. Beam is really coming into his own right now. Shout out to Beam, one of the students. Really coming into good form and producing some nice days. This is what we like to see. You know, we, for all the other students, you know, we use these guys as encouragement. You know, inspiration. Encouragement and inspiration. False halt down for ANSS. The halt up is at 80. There's a huge amount of bids. It might get locked in here for the halt up. Seems like it will. Another 7 seconds or so, and we'll be locked in. It has to maintain the level for about 15 seconds. And there we are, we're locked in. You know, like NVVE, many times we're at the alt level, but there's so many sellers. So despite there being a ton of bids and people trying to buy into the halt level, there's so much selling that it comes down and, you know, it's a false halt. The one day, this is what, you know, the thing is, the number one thing with the market, right, is that you have to be consistent. You have to be consistent with yourself and your approach. You know, like for me, how I've been like out and about so much recently, you know, today's like the one day, it's already 11:30 basically, and nothing else has come. Versus every other day, I'm leaving out for this, that. As I'm leaving, stuff is still moving. It's why if you're gonna be here, you gotta be here every day. It's just so tricky, man, because sometimes your personal life, you know, the stuff you have to do, it just comes in the way. Like I think one of those, I think I said this on here already. You know, somebody hit my car, right? So I got into a fender bender. I think that day I didn't do a recap because of that. Like, you know, it took so long to like do all the paperwork and then just, you know, insurance stuff, blah blah blah, filing a police report. It took so long that that day I didn't do a recap. And then, you know, a few days ago, there was an appointment for me to take the car in. So it's like I couldn't really just, you know, I couldn't really not go. So trying to be professional in that aspect. But that's like a personal thing. But it's like I have to leave at, you know, what was that, like 12 o'clock? I think that day, or one o'clock. The other day, a doctor appointment. These things, they come. You know, trading is, we don't, trading is not everything, because of course, you know, you need your health and your wellness, or else this wouldn't, you know, this becomes obsolete really and truly. But you know, you do want to try to be as consistent as you can. As consistent as you can. Do I journal my trades? Yeah, I use TraderView. TraderView is the software that I use. I actually used to have a partnership with them, but I guess it's went to the depths. They used to have a spokesperson in the Discord that I could reach out to, but to the gallows, I suppose. Yeah, TraderView is the software that I use. A lot of people will use this. Some people use another one called Kinfo. Others who are really good at Excel, they just create their own spreadsheets. But this kind of tracks all the data for me. And from here, I just, look through and uh, take bits and pieces of what I need, especially when it comes to, areas of improvement. It's been a good year so far. We've improved every year, starting off 2020, May 1st, 2020, coming into 2024. So that May 1st of last month made what, 5 years or 4 years since we're live in our live account. I guess, yeah, 4 years. So we've been trading for 4 years in 1 month in a live account. The results hasn't been bad, but I definitely think we can continue to improve and continue to be better. If we come to the where is it? The win-loss expectation. This shows the equity curve right here. And our biggest drawdown, which we did recover from recently, of 9,000. And now we're looking to push through and get into the next incline. It is also good to have multiple streams of income, right? Throughout a lot of this, I'm also working at Amazon. I think I left Amazon at like the end of 2021, maybe, or something, somewhere there. But if you have multiple streams of income, you don't have any pressure as you trade, which could be a good thing, right? Because the last thing you need to be asking yourself, especially if you're not like really like bringing in a lot of gains, is, where's your next meal, your next rent, your next mortgage? You do not need that type of pressure, right? So it's good to have multiple streams, and then as you really start to, lock in and see some better months and better days, it's always risky, but you could take the chance. There's things you definitely have to think about, like if you're a family person. In fact, there's a trader in our Discord who had that, situation, right? It was called, COVID happened, the pandemic, you're remote, and it's like, sometimes maybe you can sneak in a little bit of trading. You're still doing your work, you're still, on top of things, but maybe you can sneak in a little bit of trading, right? And the individual is doing very well. But it's, the time was coming where it's like, hey, back to the office. And it's like you're kind of in that situation of like, on one hand, this is a business and business is risky in the sense that, our income is not linear. You could be green 100K this month, next month you could be flat, right? But even with job security and like layoffs, I mean, there's always risk. Nothing is 100% safe. We don't even know if we'll wake up tomorrow, right? Nothing is 100% safe. So we could always be laid off. We could always lose our jobs, things like that. But, I'm going to do air quotes here for the people listening. Air quotes. The 9 to 5 air quotes is somewhat safer, they say. So, you think about that and benefits and income and you being able to provide for a family, because it's different when you have a family. If you're a rogue solo person, you could do whatever the heck you want. It's very different. But once you have the wife and kids, it's a different playing field. You can't just think about yourself. So it's a tough situation. It's a very tricky situation, and only the individual can make that choice, when it comes to being a full-time trader. For me, I think it's the best thing I've ever done. You know, is it risky? Like, I had somebody ask me, what do I see myself doing this 40 years from now? And it's hard to say because, you know, life is about change and things can change. But I do see myself, I always play around and say I see myself at arthritis here at 80 years old still scalping, but you know, there's other businesses out there too. And as much as I love trading, I do see myself doing other things. But I think this will always be a focus though, right? But can we use this and the way how I really look at this, as much as I love it, I still look at it as a vehicle, you know, a vehicle to help me get to where I need to be when it comes to financial freedom and just, financial success. You know, it's business, right? But I'll be here every day. I'll be here every day unless it just doesn't make sense to be here. But I'll be here. I'll be here tomorrow. I'll be here next week, next month, next year. Hopefully 5, 10, 15, 30, 40, 100 years when I'm 99 years old if possible. We'll see. We'll see if the market is still alive. Hopefully there's no Great Depression. Because, imagine us trying to trade through like a Great Depression. Like, it's probably not going to work. ASNS pushing up again. ASNS mooning. Instant halt up out of the resumption. I'll show the next halt on this other screen here on the resumption. Just so you guys get a bit of a sneak peek for those of you who might not use level 2 at all to see how aggressive this price action is. A lot of chat about the halts and the halts down, perhaps potentially. It's almost 12 o'clock and ASNS is the only one moving. We're not seeing anything else, at least not yet. The only sure thing is that I'm going to be overworked. Yeah, when I was in Rutgers, I was studying accounting. If I wasn't trading here, I would have been an accountant somewhere. But I do like to think after some time, I would have opened up my own firm. And maybe I would have been doing taxes. It's not a bad business, but of course, there's also a lot of work there. And that's the thing with business. There's no field. Like some people will say, "Hey, I want to just start a business so I don't have to work or do as much work or but there's gonna be work everywhere, man. We can't hide from it." But yeah, if I was doing accounting, and trading is this field where we're sitting here and sometimes it might not feel like we're doing a lot because we're just clicking buttons, but all the work is going on up here. And they like yesterday where I lose the $2,000 like so fast, so quickly, like that stuff is not easy to deal with. Like you work so hard to have a nice day and then the day is gone. I know that if I get upset, it's not going to do anything good, so I don't. But mentally, it's tough. And we see a lot of traders from time to time can get enraged and revenge trade, and that's ultimately what's at stake for us, is that if we become off balance here, we can lose it all in the blink of an eye. And that's the ultimate risk in this field. Day trading is risky. You know, you guys say, man, RT, he's so calm sitting there. And you know, I've gotten better at it. And for sure, I think the live stream does help me to stay accountable. It's why I try not to cuss, but you know, some days it comes out. You just get caught into something. It's like a reflex. Like, you know, you say like, dang. Yesterday when I missed that break of 8, that got me upset because I should have been in. I had no reason to not be in. Needed to be more aggressive there. $31.15 for resumption. $31.15. Here we go. It's coming up. Let's see how it does. It's at 417. It's showing 427. The halts at 35. It's back at 05. And as you guys can see, this is why I'm not trading it. There's opportunity, but man, it's tough, man. This is tough stuff to trade here. Halting down at 05. A ton of sellers here on the ask. 140,000 shares from the Nasdaq side. And boom, just like that, halted down. There's been, I think, a little lower. It's been a little smoother, but definitely tricky stuff. Risky business. Today I got caught on some higher fills, which is part of the deal. NVVE small bounce. I'm going to shut it down soon. For those of you who are in the YouTube live stream, you guys can make your way over to the Discord. If you want to continue to hang out, chat, talk, and take the conversation to another level. You know, imagine guys like John B. Imagine guys like John B, Simon, and Big O, and Patrick, and all you guys, Ronald, Christopher. Imagine you guys stock 824 talking in the Discord, utilizing screenshots and charts, and utilizing the voice channels if you really want to talk to each other, like on a phone call. That's what the Discord is. I'll post the link for you guys, as I'm gonna shut down the YouTube stream here in a few. Join the chat room today, brother, and stop slacking. Jason, send me a message. I'm gonna, once the live stream is done, everybody who's a student that became a student yesterday, I'm gonna take care of you guys and give you guys the access. Yeah, NVVE, not a bad push. Coming out of this slumber. 150 is still a huge level if it keeps going, but the halt on NVVE is at 139. Halt level up. How did GameStop ended up finishing out? Still looking good. I know a few people had to have been looking at this one earlier. Yeah, nice move, right? From 26 to 29. Got up to highs around 30, 31. it's so interesting how social media is what made this thing move in the way that it did. I mean, it just goes to show you how money works in this place, you know. What's the word? Speculation. Speculation. I mean, even back in, Bitcoin a little in the earlier days, and how Musk would post these memes of these coins, and there's a huge reaction and hundreds of millions of billions of dollars. It's the craziest thing. But anyhows, for those of you going till 4 p.m., remember to stay disciplined. Remember to stay focused. Do not give into revenge trading or over trading, right? If you're someone who, right in this very moment, you're furious, you're upset with the day, things didn't go according to plan, remember that you have a choice. And you can choose to do what's right, whether that means walking away, sizing down, easing off. You can choose to do what's right, and this is a chance, right? This is a chance right now for you to take the right course of action for yourself, for your mental state of mind, for your strategy. So remember, we got to be our best selves. And the best version of us is choosing to do the right thing in every situation. So keep that in mind. And this is where I'm heading out. I'll be around. I'm going to get to these DMs and stuff. And if something else does move, I'm going to be streaming it in the Discord, in the main chat, in the Gen chat, let's say, the Gen chat. All right. Hit that thumbs up if you have not already. Check out those links down below. It's been your favorite YouTuber, Relentless. Yeah, I'm taking that title, man. I'm taking that title, all right. Your favorite YouTuber, Relentless. and I'm signing out of here. Take care. Have a good rest of the day. Stay safe. Stay green.